Up and down the road before you open it, and then sit yourself in there. All right, I'm just going to shut this behind you for now. I'll come around the other side, Tony.
Yeah, so what you could have done there, you could have got out with us and had a look.
Yeah, I was listening. I heard the whole thing, don't I?
Yeah, so what happened at the back of the car that doesn't show up in video is that Simon explained to me that I'm responsible now as the driver for the doors, yeah? And that includes the boot door as well.
Yeah, and then it showed you.
Yeah, and then I need a chance to do it myself as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then when he walked me around here, yeah, as I was standing behind the car, I was starting to wander towards the road, yeah?
You were, yeah.
Remember this physical bit, yeah?
I did touch you, didn't I?
Yeah,
No, I thought though in that instance that was needed because you were going to walk off.
No,
do it verbally?
Do it verbally.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was trying to stand between you and the danger as well to stop you.
Yeah, yeah. I don't mind you getting killed, but I don't want to get killed. Any questions on that?
No, I don't think so. And I imagine then the reason we've left this just on a single latch.
Yeah, we'll come to that in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, so you've plopped me in the seat.
Yeah.
It's always a good idea to tell me don't touch your fiddle.
Yeah, okay. When you get in.
I haven't got the key.
Yeah.
But I haven't got a clue what this is.
No.
If I start fiddling around with that and I manage to get a silver button in,
we could be wandering off.
Yeah, wandering off the road, yeah. It's just something to keep my hands in the lap.
Yeah.
Don't touch and fiddle, yeah?
Okay.
Right. So if you go from there, get from there.
So, okay. So, as we got in,
yeah.
You've shut the door, or we've shut the door. Is that door secure, your driver's door? How could you check that it's secure?
Well, let's leave that until you've got your bookhead.
Until what?
Until you've got your.
Oh, do I need to? Oh, I'm sorry. So once we're in now, this is when we do the briefing.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are one. Right. Okay. So, cockpit drill.
Yeah.
Have you heard about the cockpit drill?
No. Never.
That's just what we're going to go through. It's just called a cockpit drill, which makes sure that you're in the car, secure, safe, and ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay? So, there's a certain order we do it in, so it's easy to remember. What we do is doors, first of all.
You need to always remember it's there, isn't it?
Oh, DHSSSS.
Yeah.
M.
Yeah.
Okay? D for doors.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in. We checked the doors before we got in anyway to make sure they're closed. Is your door securely closed?
I think so. You closed it.
Okay, I did. Now, if I can just show you a couple of things. When you shut a door,
Yeah.
it has two positions of closing.
All right.
There's a safety catch on it,
Yeah.
and then there's the fully shut position.
All right.
All right. All I've done is put that onto the safety catch.
All right.
The reason for that is so they don't fling open when you're driving along, but it's not securely fastened yet. And there's a warning light on your dashboard. If you see there, it will show you that the door is open.
All right.
So that alerts you to that. So what we need to do is to just open the door. Don't touch anything yet.
Shall I turn
please.
these lights off? Because it's wasting electricity, isn't it?
No, that will turn off. That's another way, which is very well spotted. That's another way of determining that a door is open. Because the interior lights work on a switch, so when the doors are open. So, excuse me, we need to open the door and reshut it. So don't do so yet. If you remember when you were on this side, excuse me, what did we do before we opened the door?
Oh, I looked.
So we need to do that. So first of all, if you hold on to the door handle with your left hand this time, because you're on the other side of the car. So if you use your left hand to hold the door handle.
You know when I'm out, I'm going to be doing a bit of practice in my wife's W-Reg Corsa.
Yes.
Will I have all these gizmos?
Not necessarily. If it's a W-Reg, it probably won't, but the interior light will still work, so that is a good indicator. Has it?
On our interior light.
Then you need to pull hard and check that it's closed.
Oh, I can pull on the door, can I?
Yeah, so well, no, not yet. If you just bear with me a second, Tony. When you shut it, pull it firmly, and you'll notice the difference in the sound, as we did with the boot.
Yeah, the point I was trying to get across there to you is that it's always good for me to see what happens when the door's not closed properly.
Okay, right, so give it a shake.
Rattle, yeah?
Okay,
Yeah?
right, yeah. So another good way, if none of this is working or available to you,
Yeah.
then hold the door handle with your right hand and give it a shake. Can you hear that rattling?
Yeah, it's broken, isn't it?
It's not broken. That's rattling because it's not shut properly.
Oh,
so it's on that first stage of the safety catch, but it's
Yeah.
not fully shut.
Okay.
So we need to, in the same way that we did on this side, but you're on the other side of the car now. So is use your left hand on the handle. So hold the
this handle,
main
right.
handle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Use your right hand on the door release
Yeah.
lever,
Yeah.
and then check up and down the road before you do anything.
Mm.
So up and down, check properly over behind you. You're on an active road. Did you look
Yeah,
properly?
I did, yeah.
Have a look in that mirror as well, because that probably
I can't see any.
that's not set yet. Okay, don't worry then. So good check over your shoulder, please.
Alright. Yeah.
All right. Are you happy? There's nothing coming.
No, nothing coming.
Okay, so you
Oh,
can
there's
open the
somebody
door. Right. If you just wait until that's clear, then there's one more coming behind him. Can you see this car now over your shoulder?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now we're clear. So you can open it. Only needs to go open about a foot. So push the door open, and then pull it hard closed.
Alright.
Okay. Now give it a rattle with your hand.
Oh, it's not broken anymore.
That's it. You've mended it. So it's firmly shut now.
Alright.
All right. And if you do have other indicators like the dashboard, you'll see that that's showing that the door's
it's
closed
changed,
again
yeah.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also these will go off. There's usually a delay on these, so
Okay.
don't rely on them too
Yeah.
much. So that's doors. Are you happy with that?
I think so. Yeah.
Do you understand why it's important to check that the doors are shut properly?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me why it is, Tony.
You said they might fly open.
Okay. Okay. So that's the main thing. We don't want it flying open for you or any of your passengers. Okay. Handbrake next. Do you know where the handbrake is on the car? No. Okay. No. Right. The handbrake is this lever here.
All right. Yeah.
All right. And this secures the vehicle when you're stopped. So it puts a brake. It's only on the rear wheels of the car, and it stops the car rolling away when you're stationary.
Yeah. So the reason why, just let it roll again.
Yep.
Yeah. The reason why we're talking about the handbrake on the cockpit drill DH, the H stands
Yeah.
for handbrake, is that because we're going to be doing a lot of moving around in the vehicle, it's important that the handbrake is properly secured, because I'm going to be moving around trying to move my seat, and you're going to be moving around
Yep.
trying to hit me. We should check the handbrake's properly applied here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. So it's so that because we're moving around a lot in the vehicle,
Yeah.
we want to make sure the vehicle's properly secured. The handbrake works on the rear wheels of the car only, and it stops it rolling. So this is the handbrake here.
Yeah.
So you would reach it from the driving position with your left hand.
Yeah.
So don't actually try and release anything, but just feel where it is. Just wrap your hand around it. Like, don't release that, please. If you just pull it back up
Release
again,
what?
pull back up on those fingers straight upwards. That's it. Lovely. Just hold it there. So don't use your thumb on the end at the moment, because that's how to release the handbrake. Okay? We're not going to release it at the moment.
I can do any harm, am I?
Yeah, well, it will, because the reason we've said it's on is to secure the vehicle, and by releasing that, you're taking that security away, which means if we're on a slight hill anywhere, it could start to roll.
Right, it's just got to roll again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Don't
will
touch it.
He will have that button in.
Yeah.
Before he goes anywhere near that handbrake, just tell him to grab the black part and don't put his finger anywhere near the
Right,
button.
before it gets there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Because he will have it off, believe me. Yeah. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a handbrake. Yeah. So just wrap your hand around the black bit. Don't touch the silver bit on the end.
Yeah.
Okay. So it works by pulling it up
Yeah.
to secure it,
Yeah.
and to release it, what we do is we pull up a little bit, push the button in, the silver button on the end with your thumb, and release it all the way as far as it'll go down. That's how we release it. But we'll come to releasing later on when we look to moving off.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
You happy with that? Do you have any questions about that, Tony?
I think so.
And why do we use a handbrake?
Why?
Yeah. What is the use of the handbrake?
I don't know really.
It's to secure the vehicle, to stop it moving around, because we're moving around. a
Oh,
lot
why
in
do
the
we
city.
use it while we're sitting here?
Yes,
Oh yeah, to stop it in case the car starts rolling.
that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
So happy with that. So
Yeah.
moving on here,
Yeah.
we've got DHS. So the first of the three S's is the seat. Okay. So your seat is adjustable so that you're in a good position to drive.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think's important about your seat position?
I'm not too sure. The seat on my moped doesn't move.
No, it doesn't, does it? You just slide up and down on that one. That's fine. The reason for this is because you're in a sitting position and you've got all these controls around you.
Yeah.
We've got foot controls and hand controls. And so you need to be in a position that you can reach all of them comfortably and effectively.
All right.
Okay, because if they're too much of a stretch, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
So under the front of the seat is a lever that you pull up to slide the seat backwards or forwards. Do you want to have a feel for that with your right? Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Either.
Okay, so with your right hand, put your right hand under the front of the seat. So it's right the way down here, under the front.
Can't feel it.
Under the front, between your legs. That's it. Down there, you'll feel a lever there.
Yeah, can't feel it.
No, it's not there on this one, is it? So I beg your pardon, it's on this side, sorry. Okay, with your left hand,
All right.
if you move your left leg across a little bit, you'll feel down the front there's a loop handle.
I can feel it, yeah.
Yeah, if you pull that upwards,
Yeah.
and then you can slide the seat backwards or forwards. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
that's how it goes. So just release that a second, and as you release it, it locks into position. Now what we need to do is find a position that your foot, or your leg, I beg your pardon, your left leg is comfortable on the clutch. Okay, so yeah. So if you reach towards with your left,
Is that clutch here?
no, I'm showing you here. With your left leg,
Yeah.
if you reach forward to the left hand of those 3 pedals in front of you on the floor,
All right.
reach your left foot forward and push, you see that goes down. So now you want your seat so that that can go right, push right to the floor with just a slight bend in your leg.
All right.
So do you want to move your seat forward
Alright.
to that position? Forwards, that's it. Keep going forwards.
It's really hard to stop sliding back again, isn't
yeah,
it?
if you hold on with your other hand to the steering wheel,
All right.
you can pull yourself forwards like that.
All right.
And then pull it forward and release the lever
All right.
to lock it. And now just try that left pedal again. How does that feel? Just push it right to the floor for me, as far as it will go. Okay, so you need to go a little bit further forward still. So just a couple of clicks at a time. That's it. Try that again. How does that feel?
How should it feel?
Well, that should just feel so that when it's right to the floor, you've got a little bend in your leg. That's about right.
All right,
Okay,
yeah,
so you can come off that now.
Yeah.
Leave the pedals alone again for
Yeah.
the minute. So that's about the right position. That is exactly the right position
All right,
for your
yeah.
seat to be in. Okay. So how about height-wise? What we need to do, I don't know. You might need to help me here. Do you adjust height as well with people?
Doing.
Yeah, okay. So we're also going to do the height. So the height of the seat, if you reach down with your right hand to the side of the seat, you'll find there's a lever.
All right.
And that lever, you pump it, and it pumps it up to lift it on
That
this.
seems all right.
So what we need to do is get you to a height. I don't know how you would work this out. Can you help me on that one, Tony? What height are we looking for? Just a comfortable height?
I can see over the steering wheel.
Is that all you need to say? There's not a look for a point beyond the bonnet or anything.
No,
No. Okay.
it's all the way up anyway.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the height adjustment. So we've gone backwards and forwards and up and down.
Yeah.
And the final thing is a headrest. Behind your head, there's a headrest. If you look on my seat here.
What's this bit here?
Sorry? What's what?
Yeah. So if you look at the bottom of the seat,
Yeah.
there's a middle part of the seat.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. I beg your pardon. So there's the back of the seat.
All right.
The back, you can also change the angle of it.
All right.
So in order to do so, it's a lever on this one, isn't it? I need to learn my... no, it's a wheel. Okay. So if you reach back down the side again with your right hand
All right.
to where the back of the seat meets the base of the seat, you'll find a wheel.
Oh yeah.
Can you feel that?
Yeah.
And then you can turn that. If you turn it clockwise, so turn it forwards the way the wheels are going to go on the car,
All right.
and you'll feel that lifts the seat back upright. And if you lean away from it slightly, you'll just take the weight off it. And then you can move that. Is that in a comfortable position for you?
Yeah.
Does that feel
I
comfortable?
can wind it further back and fall asleep.
No, we don't want to fall asleep.
Oh.
We're going to be driving now, so you
Yeah.
need to be upright and alert, but
Oh.
comfortable.
Yeah.
And a good way to check is when you're in that position, if you sit yourself right back against the back
Yeah.
of the seat and reach your arm forward so it's laying across the top of the steering wheel. So that's it. And where that meets it now on your wrist, that's in a perfect position. It should just reach your wrist so that when you hold the steering wheel, you've got a slight bend in your arm.
Oh.
So that's great. So that's about right for you.
Yeah.
Okay, and moving further up the seat, if you have a look on this seat here,
Yeah.
there's a headrest. Do you know why the headrest is there?
So I can rest my head a bit against it.
Yeah. Well, no, the headrest is actually a very important safety. Have you heard of whiplash?
Yeah, you get money for that, don't you?
You do get money. A lot of people get money for it. Whiplash is can be a very bad neck injury.
But why do they call it a headrest if you're not allowed to rest your head against it?
Well, what it's there for, you can rest your head against it, and we're going to put it into a position that you can do so, but it's there really just to stop you, your head.
Oh, it restrains me, does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't restrain you, but it will stop your head moving in a severe movement.
It's not called a headrest, it's called a head
They're now
restraint.
called head restraints.
Oh, are they head restraints?
Yeah.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Okay, head restraint.
Yeah.
But it doesn't restrain you, does it?
Sorry?
It doesn't restrain. Okay,
Yeah, it
if
will
that's
do.
what it's called.
It will do if something happens, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. So head restraint.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to adjust it. If you have a look on mine here, it's easier for you to see. There's a button on the side of
yeah,
this bit
yeah.
here. If you push that button in, then you can move the whole headrest up and down. And it should be so that the point behind your eyes, which is the biggest point of your head at the back,
Yeah.
is in the middle of the headrest.
All right.
Okay, that's where it's going to provide the best restraint for you.
It's very hard to
Is it?
hard to see when you're looking forward, isn't it?
It is. But if you have a feel, oh yeah, that's a very good point. How do you do that then?
Oh, should I put my hand behind my head?
Yeah, to feel it.
Oh, yeah, I can feel it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit lost on that one then. Is that all you would do, is just get them sit facing forward and reach behind?
Yeah, we need to adjust it. I just need to put both hands on it, as
Yeah.
if I'm chucking a rugby ball in or whatever, or
Yeah,
lift it, yeah?
yeah. And should you pull it so that if not all of them have forward and back adjustment, this one doesn't, does it? No. So this only has height. Some of them have tilt adjustment as well, don't they?
Yeah.
But okay. And so presumably, I'm just trying to. Oh no, okay. So it goes up without moving the button, but not down without moving the button, because they're bloody fiddly things, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So I need to learn my car as well. To make sure
So
I
is it
know the
important
bits.
to have it the right height then?
It is important to have it the right height, and that is so that the. Oh, I was going to touch you then. So that the back of your head is against it,
Yeah.
because that's what will support and restrain your head in the event of an accident,
Yeah.
or if you're stopping suddenly, so that it doesn't injure you.
If it was very low, what would happen?
If it was very low, it wouldn't restrain you properly.
Is it possible my head might go over the top?
It's possible that your head might go over the top if it's very low, or that if there's a rear seat passenger, that they could come over the back of it and hit you from behind as well.
And if it was too high, is it possible my head could go through the gap in the middle?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Yes. So you need to go through all of that, yeah?
Yeah.
As to why it's
Yeah,
important.
sorry I'm so stupid.
No, not at all. I'm glad you're asking questions. Thank you. Okay, so you're happy with everything on the seat there then?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, if we move on to the next one now, this is just an adjustment at the moment so we can get you in the right position. So we've done DHS, we're now going to the next S, which is steering.
All right.
Okay, now the steering wheel is adjustable so that we can get it into the right position for you.
Right.
It can move up and down
Yeah.
and in and out on this
Yeah.
car. They don't all move in those directions, but I'll show you how to do it on this car. Now, if you reach forward to the side of the steering column with your left hand, this is the steering column, I'm sorry, behind the steering wheel.
How do I know it needs adjusting on it?
Well, the best way is as we did before, is to put your arms onto the top of it, right onto the top of it, leaning across it, and see if it crosses. The top of the steering wheel is on your
There's a lot
wrist.
of clocks here, isn't there?
There is. Don't worry about those at the minute. We'll come to those afterwards.
Oh, there's a lot of clocks there, isn't there?
Yes, and there's something to do with those that we can. I'm sorry.
If you can see the dials through the gap and it's at the right length.
Okay. Okay. So yes, there are a lot of clocks there. If you can see the dials fully through the gap in the steering wheel, can you see them from where you're
Oh,
sitting?
I can, yeah.
Then that's at the right height for you.
Yeah, I can't tell the time by them, but it's...
No, they're not that type of clock, but you can see them completely through the gap.
Alright.
Yeah? And then the right distance we've already established is where the top of the steering wheel cuts into your wrist.
All right.
Okay? So is that in the right position for you, Tony?
Yeah, looks all right. I can see all them clocks here.
Okay. Good. Would you at this point show them how it works or not go there? You've talked about it. If it doesn't need adjusting.
Just pointed out that it can be adjusted, yeah.
Okay. All right. So after steering, the final S in the cockpit drill here is seatbelt.
All right.
Now, we've done a bit with seatbelts from the other side. So what was it important not to do with the seatbelt? Do you remember?
I can't remember.
When we release it, we don't just let it fly off.
Oh right, I haven't
Because-
got it on yet, have I?
No, you haven't, but it's going to be the same. You know, just be aware of you've got a big heavy metal weight on the end of it.
right, yeah.
So the seatbelt is over your right shoulder.
Oh right, I've never put it on this side. Yeah.
So if you reach for it with your right hand, reach back to grab hold of the belt and pull it across. And this is an inertia reel, as they call it, which means it will maintain a certain pressure on you the whole time. So it will take any slack up. So you don't need to adjust it in that way. So as you pull it across, tuck your right arm under it, through it. No, right arm through the gap you're making.
Oh, I've got this phobia. I can't have anything over my shoulder. It makes me feel really sick.
Does it? Well, now you're facing forward. That should be fine. Just tuck your right arm under it.
No, seriously, it does make me really feel really sick.
Tough, isn't it? That's not a correct way to wear a seatbelt. We can't do that. It's illegal to do it in that way. So you have to have
But the seatbelt's still holding me in place.
Yes,
isn't
but it needs a shoulder as well, because that's to stop your body moving forward. So the whole idea of a seatbelt is to restrain you in the event of stopping. It won't. Your body will be able to bend forwards. So you will need to put your right arm in through the gap you've made.
Yeah, it won't go far, will it?
Because
Because
the
I've
reason
already
we
said
have to
that.
have it over our shoulder, Tony. I don't know. I'm guessing with you now.
I don't know.
Try it. The reason, just put it really basic to him. He's
The reason we have to have it over our shoulder as well, Tony, is to restrain your upper body in the event of stopping suddenly or an incident on the road. So it would stop you hitting the windscreen, stop you having injury, or stop you hitting
Oh,
your
you
head.
mean
Hitting your
my
head,
head could hit the
hitting your
windscreen?
head on the yes.
Oh, all right. I'll have to
Get some tablets for that.
some tablets,
Yeah.
yeah.
How does that feel to you?
Yeah, it feels fine. Yeah.
Okay, so you're clipped in there.
Yeah.
Now, something that's also important to check for is there's a twist in this at the moment. So there shouldn't be any twists in the seatbelt at all. Again, because that could cut into you if you lean into it hard. Okay, so do you want to release it and just see if we can take that twist in the seatbelt out? So if you just release the seatbelt as you did before
Let's have a
from
look
this
at it.
side.
Do I really need to release it?
No, you don't. I see your point. So just while it's still done up, you can just fold it over so that you take that twist out. So with the top part only,
Run your thumb.
right, just use your thumb. Okay, so just run it right up. That's it. And that will take that twist out. Perfect. So you see how that sits flat now?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's not going to hurt you then if there is any need to use it by leaning into it. Happy with that?
All right.
And do you remember why it's important to have it over your shoulder?
Oh yeah, so my head doesn't go flying to the windscreen.
Okay.
Well, if I'm sick everywhere, don't blame me.
No, we'll try and avoid that. Okay, so what's the final part now in the cockpit drill? We've got M, which is mirrors.
All right.
Okay, so we've got 3 mirrors. Ignore these ones here because these are just for my use. So
right.
from the driving
Yeah.
point of view, in this vehicle we've got 3 mirrors. Okay, we have an interior mirror
Yep.
here, or centre mirror, and 2 door mirrors. You see, one on either side. So we need to adjust those so that they're appropriate for you to use in your current driving position.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we start with this interior one, if you put your hand up and cup the mirror like that, with use your left hand, that's it, and then bring your hand over to this side of it so you can see in it while you're doing it, and then adjust it so that you can see while you're looking in it as you adjust